1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Friends, in this video, I am going to share with you 9 simple yet very effective tools that I recommend to all the patients suffering from Bell's palsy and synkinesis. Let's have a look one by one, at the same time understand its usage and also when you need to use it. By the way, this is not a sponsored post. All of these tools has been procured by me and we have been using these tools from a long time. We believe using them in the day-to-day life is very simple yet very effective, and that's why we recommend it to majority of our clients who suffer from Bell's palsy and synkinesis. So let's get started and have a look at these tools one by one. The first tool that I am going to talk about, basically it's a product, and that is a face oil. Now here I will not recommend any specific brand because you need to choose a face oil that suits your skin. A face oil has got many benefits. First is viscosity. Face oil is far more easy to apply on the face, can be warmed up a bit and give very good glide for the hands on the face, making facial massages far more effective and efficient. So make sure to use a good quality face oil that suits your face. Remember, this face oil should not be thick. It should be little light in nature so that it doesn't clog your pores and do not cause any kind of acne issues. The next tool that I am going to talk to you about is a gua sha tool. So gua sha tool, is is very popular to achieve lifting effect. Now for the gua sha tool to work, the directions on which you are using the gua sha tool matters the most. If you who are someone who is suffering from early stage of Bell's palsy, using gua sha in a lifting direction is the best way to use it. But if you who are someone who is suffering from synkinesis, then we need to identify which group of muscles are stiff and tight. And in those muscles, the direction needs to be changed. And that is a clinical decision that a therapist needs to make based on the evaluation. So, if you are someone who is suffering from synkinesis, you can definitely use gua sha, but you have to be careful in your directions. But if you have recently developed Bell's palsy, then you can definitely use it in all the upward directions. The next tool that I would recommend is this face belt. Again, this tool is ideal for someone who has recently developed Bell's palsy. Now let me show you how this works. So this face belt is also called as face shaper belt. What it does is, it gives a lift and a support to your cheek region. When your face is paralyzed and drooped on one side, by wearing a face belt of this sort gives that additional support. First doing massage and then wearing the face belt like this will allow the effect of lift to stay and last for longer time. The next tool that I would recommend is this. This is a scalp massager. Now, when you suffer from Bell's palsy, your front muscle here, called as frontalis, starts from the back of the scalp and come till here. This muscle usually gets tight and stiff. With the help of scalp massager, you can get rid of that stiffness and even prevent the stiffness. So, if you are someone who is suffering from acute stage of Bell's palsy or else someone who has developed synkinesis, using the scalp massager from back till front is a very good practice that you can do on a day-to-day basis. The next tool is this acupuncture pen. Now here, this is not an electric pen. We majority of time don't recommend any kind of electric tools until unless it is a vibratory tool, because vibrations are good in terms of sensory priming. So you can use a vibratory tool like face vibrator or else electric toothbrush to do internal vibratory massage. But this particular acupuncture pen can be used on the spots that are very stiff. For example, the edge of the nose. So here usually there is a stiffness that develops, which you can easily massage with the help of this acupuncture pen. Similarly, you can massage the deep knots that are formed on the outermost layer of your eye muscles. Very similarly, you can massage the corner of the mouth, which usually gets stiff and needs some more sensory awareness. You can also use this acupuncture pen to stroke the face in different direction. Now this stroking again depends on what stage of Bell's palsy you are at, but this is something that we recommend people using it. Now if you think that you need only this acupuncture pen, That's not true. You can actually use a regular pen that you have at your home. The idea is to use the pointy area, tight knots that are formed on the face. Now let me show you the next tool. This is something that's present in everybody's house, isn't it? Now, this Q-tip, what is the use of it? Now this is to do sensory priming on the eyelids, both the upper eyelid and lower eyelid. This helps in encouraging blinking. So, by placing the Q-tip on the outer part of the lashes and just stroking this Q-tip in this way, you can activate your blink action. You can do this multiple times in a day to encourage blinking while you are suffering from Bell's palsy. The next tool is this eye patch, or else you can say a eye blocker device. Now this usually comes with red light therapy tools, but if you search on Amazon, sometimes you get it separately as well. Now, why do I recommend this? This has a very good pressure effect on the eyes. So, if you are someone who has developed shortening around the outer part of your eyelids, or else your eyes are not closing completely and you want to give a sustained stretch to your eyes, then wearing this for around 20 minutes should be a good idea. So, when you wear this in this way, you're basically applying a pressure on the outermost layer of the eyes, where majority of the time the shortening is developed. Using this 20 minutes a day is a good idea. That takes me to the next product, and that is this lymphatic drainage brush that again you can get very easily from Amazon. Now, there are multiple benefits of this. This not only improves the lymphatic drainage, but at the same time helps in sensory priming. Basically, improving the sensory awareness on the affected side of the face. The more better the sensory awareness of the direction of the muscles, the position of the muscles is, the brain will get better information, and as a result, the nerve will get right information to respond back on the muscles. So, doing a lifting massage in this way on the affected side helps in developing awareness of the facial alignment. At the same time, reduce the puffiness that is developed on the face. And that takes me to the last product of recommendation, and that is this Kinesio tape. So Kinesio tape are little different than your regular tape, the surgical tape that we use. It has elasticity, so it can be used on the facial muscles to encourage a movement or else to discourage a movement. How to use this? Very subjective. That's why it is highly recommended that you should use a Kinesio tape, but only after taking a recommendation of therapist. Please don't follow any random facial video exercise where the placement is shown. Why? Because we need to identify which muscles you want to work on, and based on that, you should use this Kinesio tape. But when used correctly, can give you amazing results. So friends, these were the 9 important products that I recommend to you if you are suffering from Bell's palsy and synkinesis. We at HealthQ Physio Rehab are focused towards helping people suffering from Bell's palsy and synkinesis. So if you are someone who is suffering from Bell's palsy or synkinesis and needs help, feel free to reach out to us. On that note, I'll end this video here and I'll see you in another video. Thank you.